What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a soft top delete and installing a new hardtop on the MR2 Spyder. Before we do that though, I just want to touch on the fact that I really haven't messed with the car at all recently. It's been at least like 6 months. The chassis currently has a 2ZZ in it, and just to be frank with you guys, I'm not really hyped on it. I would really prefer something with a little bit more torque, like the 2AR or even a K-swap. I also want something that has lots of support for it and is more modern. I mean, at this point, the 2ZZ is like 20 years old, and the engines are getting harder and harder to come by versus like a 2AR. I can go down to my local junkyard, pick one up. Same thing with the K-series. I'm not really committed to either one at this point, but those are just the two things I'm really thinking about. Until I decide on what I'm doing on the engine, I figured I should just leave it alone and I can focus on other things on this car. What I have behind me is a OEM hardtop. And before I bought this, I did look at maybe doing one of the aftermarket ones, and I just didn't feel like it was worth it because by the time that I purchased it, did all the extra work that was needed, the cost or price differential was honestly pretty minimal between this and doing the aftermarket setup. And I'm really glad that I went with this setup instead. The paint is honestly really good shape. It's kind of sad because the paint on my chassis sucks, like the clear coat's peeling and everything. That is almost too nice for this car. I also got the hardware set up, so I'll be able to bolt this in. In here is just a bunch of brackets. So I think these go like on the back side. I honestly don't know where much of this stuff goes. This is my first really big experience with the Spyder chassis, so it's gonna be a lot of learning. I started with taking out the seat. Each seat was held in place with 4 bolts. And then there was a connector for the heated seat element, and I believe these seatbelt light. Then they just came out. The interior trim pieces were held in place with a combination of push pins and screws. There was at least a dozen, if not more of them, that had to come out. This is one of those areas where it's good to double check to make sure you don't miss anything. Removing everything so far has gone pretty smoothly. I mean, it's literally just been some trim here, a couple bolts, removing the seat belt. It's honestly been very intuitive. The next step is removing the bolts, and that part really wasn't the most intuitive. There was a couple that are pretty obvious, like I could see this guy here is gonna need to get removed. I found this video online from Dimly Lit Garage, and they show the whole process. I'm gonna link to that video in the description of this video because I think it can be very helpful to people. There's 2 strings holding the tray in, and they're held in place with a little clip on the soft top, so you just have to undo that. The tray then comes out. There's this little cloth piece, and I was kind of confused by it, but I realized that all you have to do is pop it up, and then you can slide that out as well. That gives you access to a bunch of 10mm bolts that are on the backside there, and that's what holds the actual fabric in place on the backside at least. There's a little bracket that you have to remove, and there's one in the middle and then one on each side. There's 2 12mm bolts that are like tucked away. The first one can be accessed from the outside of the car with the top up. The second one I found it was easier to access from the inside of the car. You just kind of had to pull that cloth that was there. With those 2 removed, there's just one more bolt on each side that's holding it in, and I'm using the impact to get it off. The whole top now just pulls out as one. I did realize I forgot one thing though, and that was to disconnect the heated rear window. One thing I want to mention though is it would probably be preferred if you have 2 people, just because of the sheer size of the top. It's not necessarily heavy. I mean, maybe 40 pounds, 50. I don't know what it actually weighs. I'm just guessing here. So it's not the heaviest. It's just that it's really big and awkward. That's why I slid it like on the top of my rear trunk area to get it out. I'm not really concerned about doing damage because the paint on this car isn't good anyways, and it's obviously seen better days. Now, there is one thing I realized. I initially thought that I would just be able to delete the full top and call it a day. I think I'm gonna have to like cut this part off though. And the reason I say that is that these are the brackets that came with the OE hardtop. If I'm guessing this correctly, it looks like these 2 holes are where this little like piece of the latch mechanism would be bolted to. With the top out of the car, it doesn't look like I have a place to mount it, because when I'm just kind of looking at this here, I just don't see it. This is the left side. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut that off. One other thing I realized is that this is where the OEM seat belt would mount to. I am not concerned about that, or I didn't really even consider it because I'm not gonna be running OEM seat belts. The goal is this will be primarily just a track car. So I'm gonna be running harnesses. It's gonna get a roll bar and everything like that. So I wasn't even concerned concerned about that. Actually, on that note, it's a good segue to say, if you're interested in these seats, I'd sell them. The only thing is you gotta be local because I'm not gonna ship seats across the country. It's just not worth it. I'm in Western Oregon, so shoot me a message if you're interested in those. I took a quick minute to vacuum out the car because there's so much glass everywhere. Honestly, this will need a deep detail, but this is good enough for now. The last thing before putting on the hardtop was removing this trim piece that is held in place by a 12mm bolt. I also had to remove a 10mm bolt that was holding the fender in place. That allowed me to slide this new bracket in place. I was also provided these bolts. I didn't have the right tool to tighten it, so I reused the hardware I'd already taken off. That should be good enough until I get the right tool. The last thing was sliding the hardtop on and slid right into place. This looks so freaking good. Buying this hardtop was definitely the right choice. I think the car looks so much better from literally every angle. Yeah, I'm definitely digging this, and I'm very glad that I just ponied up the money and got it. I will have to do some more work. Won't get it done in this video just because I don't have all the time in the world. Here are the OEM brackets. I attached it to the latching mechanism. There's nowhere for this to mount. So yeah, I'm gonna have to cut the frame from the soft top so I can have a secure place for this to mount. I don't think that should be too hard though, because it does look like it should be relatively straightforward cutting this section of it. I also have plans to run a roll bar in the car, so at some point in the future, I'll be installing that. Once that part is in, I will start putting the interior back together. For the classes that I'm looking at running, I need to have most of my interior. I need to double check the rules, but I believe I, at the minimum, need to have at least from like this point forward. I'm looking at running with a few different organizations, and depending on the one you run with, they have slightly different rules. I just want to make sure that I'm legal for all of them. But besides that point, I personally have a preference towards having a full interior. I just think it's a cleaner look. So my plan is I'm going to reuse as much of the OEM stuff that I can. So I'm going to put this stuff off to the side. The seats are definitely for sale, but the rest of this stuff I'll keep to the side until I get the roll bar in there and then see what fits and then what I'm gonna have to customize and maybe make some stuff myself. That's all I got for this video. In the next one, if we end up doing interior stuff, we're gonna be doing the roll bar and then, you know, making it look nice. If we do the engine stuff, that means I've decided which way I'm gonna go, and we'll be pulling the engine out of this car and get started on that situation there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.